the reality? What's the reality?
Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of What's the Reality? Y'all, I have a very special guest with me today. We have Sydney from season 2 of Temptation Island.
Yes.
Y'all, okay. Before everybody says, you're not asking the questions, you're not asking the hard questions, this is filmed after only, part 1 of her reunion.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to pull out some tea from part 2, but I only have so much information.
Yes,
But you're going to drop more for me.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, welcome to What's the Reality?
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you. How are you?
I'm good.
Girl,
I'm
your
doing
show
good.
has aired. The people are seeing. Give me an overall hot take of how you're feeling right now.
Honestly, so with the show airing, I loved all the feedback. Everybody's like, oh, she stood on business. But I already knew when that reunion came out, they were going to be like,
Snatch
girl,
it back.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what happened to the whole plot?
Yeah.
And it's just like, now I'm just like, guys, let's, I'm just a girl. I'm trying to figure this out just like y'all are. So like, let's give some grace.
Yeah.
You know?
Remind me how long y'all were together?
So we were together for like a year and a half.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I got to come back to that because my brain is like,
Mhm.
Okay, so what have you been up to in the 9 months since you guys have wrapped filming?
So, honestly, I got back together with Mikey and we were together for like 3 months. But during that time, you know, like going back home, getting back in the swing of things, I have my own business. I'm an esthetician. So I was taking my clients, you know, my clients are asking me all these questions because I told some of them I went on the show. And then when the trailer dropped, it was just like this big, like questions from everybody, my friends, family. And I'm like, I'm trying to navigate this new space that I'm in and really just trying to see what's next in terms of like, do I want to move to LA?
Yeah.
Like what's next for Sydney?
Come to
And
LA.
Yeah, I'm
We
really
hang out.
excited. That's
Yeah.
what I'm planning to do. So
Fun.
yeah.
Were you nervous for the show to come out?
I was extremely nervous for the show to come out.
Wait, why?
Because like everybody has their own opinions. Of course, they're entitled to those. But I feel like I represented my way. I represented myself in a way that, you know, I was real. I was vulnerable. Like what you saw at the bonfire, the first bonfire clip, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to go on the show. I'm not going to cry. No, bawled my eyes out. Bawled my eyes out within the first 3 days. Like first, I'm like, Sydney,
First one to cry.
what are we doing? First one to cry, first one to crash out. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what happened.
That's so funny. So how are you feeling about like the fans' response to you on the show?
So it felt really good. And I love to see like women supporting me, you know, step away from my relationship, see what I felt like personally, and just like going after something different than what I was comfortable with.
Yeah. How do you feel about the backlash that Mikey's getting?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I really hate it. Mikey is such a good guy. And to see him in such a bad light and all the negativity that he's getting, it really doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
In the first part of the reunion, you saw me break down and cry. Nick asked me, you know, how was it watching it back? And it was like, it was hard. I didn't see Mikey cry until the 4th bonfire. That's what a lot of people don't know is like, I didn't know
And by
what
then,
he
that
was
his
going
30th
through.
cry.
Exactly.
His 18th meltdown.
Exactly. So it's like to know him and to see him go through those emotions, it really was not an easy watch.
So you've never seen him cry like that?
No.
Never.
He never cried like that when we were dating. Never.
Girl, it looks like he got it on
Yeah.
go. Like he's just
Go,
ready to cry.
Ready.
Have you just like not applied the pressure to him in that kind of way where he didn't feel like
Yeah, I just feel like, honestly, when we would have conversations where I would be upset or he would hurt me or I would do something to him, he never took it serious. Like, it was always like that performative, like funny guy. Like, this isn't real. Like, we're like, you know, whatever. But to see him on the show, like, I was like, wow, like you really went through it.
Yeah.
And you really let yourself feel everything.
Yeah.
So that was
felt it all.
shocking.
Yeah.
That was really shocking.
Me and Ollie, my husband, we were watching and we were talking about like how he was like, he had these like moments of crash out that he was like trying to hide. And we're all like, bro, you're literally crashing out. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's like, no, you're actually losing it.
Yes.
And it's just like in the beginning, like I was like, oh, this is more of a show. Like the crying is just a show. It's manipulation, blah, blah, blah. But then as he kept going, I'm like, oh no, he's down
He's really
bad.
hurting.
Like
he's really hurting.
And then it was just like the more down he went, the more up you went.
Yeah, exactly.
And I kept looking at my husband. I was like, is she glowing? Did she just elevate? Like you just kept getting more and more pretty. Like you could see the layers shedding off of you. Like you were like floating around. I literally was like, she looks like a goddess.
Oh my
I think
God,
at one
that's
point
so
you
sweet.
had on like white or something. I was just like, look how happy this girl is.
Yeah. It was like going through that first bonfire and seeing what I saw and being like, I'm done. It really gave me like a sense of relief of like, okay, I don't have to hold on to this anymore. This was my boundary that was crossed and I'm done and I'm going to let go of it. I'm not going to let it continue to hinder me. Yeah. And I just stepped into that.
Do you think that, because I always see these shows when the guys get all the bracelets at first. Do you think he thought the show was going to go a different way for him?
I definitely think he did. I definitely think he did. You know, he was like, oh, my wrist is heavy. My wrist getting heavy. I'm like, please, please. So I definitely thought it was going to go a different way, but you know, you never know. Like, expect the unexpected.
Okay. Especially with reality TV.
Yes.
You never know. And it's like so easy and like one-on-one in real life, like to keep that mask up. Something about reality TV
breaks it down.
You cannot hide from the producers, those cameras, everyone else around you. Like we all see
exactly
what is like. Even Mark
what the
was
real
like,
is.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but your body language is something going on. Girl, so before we get into the drama of this season, you kind of talked about it a little bit on the reunion, but how did you and Mikey end up getting cast for the show?
So a casting producer reached out to me and they were like, we're casting for this new show. Are you single? They reached out to me as a single. And I was like, well, I'm actually in a relationship.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, that's great. We're looking for our last couple. I was like, what show is it? They were like, Temptation Island.
Oh, God.
I was like, ooh.
They told you the name? Oh, gosh, that's bold.
So I went back to Mikey and I brought it up to him and he was like, oh, no, absolutely not. He had watched like multiple seasons of the show.
Really?
And I had only watched like 3 episodes with him. So I didn't really know like the extent to how bad it could get. So he was like, no, I went back to the casting producer. He said, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
He was like, see if he'll be open to a conversation, a phone call,
That's
and
so
I can
funny.
explain it.
Yeah.
So after that phone call, he was like, you know what? We can go through the process. And if we get it, then okay, we'll go.
Yeah. And okay, from the reunion, Mikey said he thought it was fake.
Yeah.
So
he was
like,
he thought
he was getting like an acting deal?
I guess. But I think he realized very quickly that it was real. It was real.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Is he like a reality TV person in general, or he just watched it just because doing research?
No, he's like, he watches reality TV. So like Love Island, Love is Blind, all that type of stuff. And he really had watched Temptation Island before it was on Netflix.
Oh, wow. So he was a fan. And he just didn't think he would get got.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you don't bring a girl like this. You just don't bring you don't bring your baddest out and then think that you're not going to get hurt. Okay, so it seemed like you and the other girls really bonded. What was it like having them as a support system during this experience?
You know, it was amazing going through this experience with them. Being that we all had our highs and our lows. So like being able to pull each other and just talk about what all was going on, like internally, mentally, and talking to them about like, what do you think they're over there doing? And it's like, girl, we're here. We got to focus on us. Like we got to bring that in. So it was like, really just being a support system, a sisterhood, like girlhood ran so deep in that house.
I noticed at the bonfires, you guys were always like kind of grabbing each other and hugging each other and just kind of like tell me the energy after the bonfire. Like when the cameras weren't looking, what was energy like?
Yeah, honestly, even when the cameras were on, there were some clips that they didn't put in there. So the second bonfire, when Cheyenne breaks down, hops up and is like, I can't do this. Like, what is he doing? She sits back down and Mark's trying to talk to her. She does not listen to anything. And I literally turn around and I grab her and I'm like, listen, you are going to get through this. I'm like, we're going to help you through this. I'm like, I know you're hurt right now and this is painful and he's putting you through this and you don't deserve it. I was like, but you have to realize your worth. So it was so many different conversations that we had as a whole, like, and leaving the bonfire, getting in the car, talking about it, crying, holding each other. Like, we really were each other's backbones. So it was something really like amazing to experience. Yeah.
Do you guys ever get to like interact with the other women from the
singles from the So I've met Julianne and Sydney, and who else did I meet? I think that was it. I met a couple of them in Miami though. Okay. And they were super sweet. You know, I didn't get any bad vibes from them, but I'm pretty sure there's other girls in the villa that I probably would have got a little rubbed the wrong way. I did meet Christelle. I met Christelle.
I don't know.
She was one of the three amigos.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
She's super sweet.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
enjoyed
Oh,
our
yes.
conversation.
Okay, I know who you're talking
yeah,
about.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed our conversation. You know, she was telling me different things her and Mikey talked about in the house, and how like she was like, he's a great guy. You know, I really looked at him as a friend, and I was like, I'm so glad like y'all built that connection there.
Yeah. You know what I want to talk about, because I feel like everybody is so strong, and I just don't think I'm that strong. How you guys are like, you know, I just appreciate how the girls had him. Like I would throw up, be sliding down the wall if I had to be like, you know, the girls really had my man. They I'm so grateful for what you did for my.
That's so real. That's so real.
I'm so sorry. Like, I get it. It's not their fault, and everybody's there to do their job and their own thing. But I just could never like sit there and be like, and I'm just so grateful for all 20 girls that shook their ass in front of my man to really help him find himself.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you do that?
Honestly, I think it's just going there and knowing that that's what you're stepping into, and knowing that those girls are there for that reason.
To tempt your man.
Tempt him. And it's like, you just, at some point, you have to accept it.
Oh
you know,
my
at
God.
some point, you have to accept it and be like, you know what, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't have any bad blood towards them because that wasn't part of my process. That was part of his. So I just look at it different. I have to separate the two, because if I don't, then I will go crazy. And I will be like, what do you mean you was talking to them and they were helping you in ways that you said I couldn't? So it was, it
even
can get
Mikey
like
was saying like, like Xzavier was so good to her. Like, thank you for having her.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean? Thank you.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but it's very interesting, because when you're in that world, you have, like you said, you have to accept it.
Exactly.
Or you'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were done with Mikey after seeing the clip at the first bonfire. What made you so resolute in your decision?
So honestly, going into the experience, you know, Mikey was like, I want to prove to you that I'm not that guy. I'm not that flirty guy that you saw in college.
You're not the hoe.
Yeah, I'm not the hoe. I'm not the player. He was like, I want to prove that to you.
Yeah.
So going into the first bonfire, I wanted to see him being like homies, you know. He was like, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna make everybody my homie, and da-da-da. And the first thing I see is you saying, oh, I might fuck around and fall for one of y'all. Oh, I'm finna shoot my shot. It's time for me to be selfish. Whoa. This is not what we talked about. This is not what we were coming here for. So it caught me completely off guard.
Okay, but now at the reunion, he's saying, I got clipped. I got clipped. So what do you believe?
So,
did he get clipped?
See, and that's the thing. Coming off of the show, talking to him about it, he was like, I got clipped. I didn't say that. He was like, this is what I said. He said, my biggest fear is Sydney thinking I'm falling for y'all. Watching it back, I'm like, is that what you said? I can't tell.
Editing is good, but it ain't never that good.
It ain't that good.
Never
so
that
I'm like,
good.
It kind of threw me off, but I honestly, I don't know what is true and what is fake right now.
What do you feel?
I feel like he did get clipped. Honestly, watching the whole show through, I do feel like he got clipped.
Do you feel like you did a lot?
Yes.
And that's why you can kind of give him the benefit of the doubt?
I know I did watching the show back.
Really?
Yes.
Anything in particular?
There was a specific scene where I said, even if I'm in a relationship, I can still talk to other guys or something like that. That is not what that conversation was based around in that confessional. It was more so me saying like, okay, I'm not in this relationship anymore, so I can move forward and let myself be open to other conversations. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in a relationship and I'm gonna still do me. That's not at all what it was. So it's like a lot of different clips and twists and things, and I'm like looking at production crazy, because I'm like, no way y'all tried to play me like that.
Do you think y'all were clipped more than everybody else, or was it kind of like?
I do think they tried to clip us more and put us against each other very early in the show.
Yeah.
I do feel like that.
I hate saying clipped. I feel like I've said it 20 times. No. After watching yesterday, I was like, clip, 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 clip.
Yeah,
clip.
exactly.
I know Mark asked you at the time if you might have been looking for an out. Looking back, do you think he was right?
No. Because if I was looking for an out, why would I get back with him after the show? That makes no sense. I didn't bring it. A lot of people are like, she brought him there to break up with him. She was already done before she got there.
Yeah.
No, I actually brought him there to see change. And at the first bonfire, when he's still flirting with these girls and doing the same thing that he was before, that's not change.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because it was such a quick, like, that's all I need to see, and I'm out.
Yeah.
But you could see that at home.
Yeah. This is true.
Were there any other guys you spoke to that we didn't get to see, or was it always just you and Xzavier?
So that's a good question. After my first date with Xzavier, I was actually going to ask Clint on my second date. And production was like, no, we think like you and Xzavier are a really good fit. Like, let's just stick with that. And I was like, kind of feeling like a setup, but okay.
Yeah.
And then the next date was the coffee date. And that's when you saw me breaking down and crying and talking about me and Mikey's past. But I did want to go on another date with somebody else.
Yeah. How much of a role did production play in this show? I keep hearing clipped and production this and I didn't say this and production said do this and do that and do that. Like, how much did they play?
They played a big role just in, I would say, heavily influencing things. I would say heavily influencing.
Like
for
what?
Sure. Honestly, like I said, with the whole, after my first date with Xzavier, I was like, he's a really great guy, but I wasn't really like, as I said, I was leaning more towards friends with him.
Yeah.
And they were like, Sydney, like, we can really see a real love story here. And I was like, well, that's not what I came here for.
Yeah,
I was like, I would like to experience things with Clint because Clint reminded me more so of Mikey. So I was like, maybe if I could experience that and then get to the final bonfire and it would be different. But I just feel like I was really pushed to be with Xzavier and give that like love story, quote unquote.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you kind of resent them for that, or do you think it made kind of sense for your story?
Honestly, I don't resent them for that because in the end, me and Xzavier did build a real connection. So I do feel like that push did help me, actually open my mind to moving on from Mikey. But do I feel like I would have just done that on my own and like actually like fell for somebody? I don't think so.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You opened up on social media about being very aware of how you could be perceived as the only Black woman on cast. How did that affect your experience on the show?
It made me very aware of the things I was doing, what I was okay with, what I was not okay with. Like, I told myself off rip, we're not going in the Haven. I do not want to let people allude to anything that I want them to see everything that I'm doing.
Yep.
And you can talk about what you see, but you can't talk about what you don't. I can't let people be like, oh, well, she went on there and she was just wilding and doing whatever. I will never have that label on me, and that is like self-respect to a T.
Yeah, I feel that because it translates different.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things we can't do that other people can, and it'll just be like, ooh, she's so whimsy.
Exactly.
And it don't translate like
no,
that.
it does not.
It translates to
not.
she's a hoe and she went on TV and got,
exactly
whatever. So
yeah. So I definitely had to hold myself to a different standard for sure.
How do you feel about that? Just in general?
It's what my life has always been. I grew up in private school, so I've always been like the only Black girl on a sports team, the only Black girl in the classroom. So I've always had to do that. Do I think it's fair? No, not at all. But it's what's expected.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I feel like I need a compilation. Are we not sick of that? It's just like, why do we all have the same story?
Yeah.
I literally need a compilation of every Black woman that I've had say the same thing.
Yeah.
I've had to hold myself to more than perfect.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, next question. You also shared that because of this, a lot of your journey happened internally. What did that journey look like for you?
It looked like a lot of journaling. So every night before bed, I would pray, I would journal, and I would just get it all out. Because I felt like, some things I was going through, others wouldn't understand. And it's like, it's hard when you're on a reality TV show and you're going through a breakup, but you're also meeting this new guy who's great. So it's like, how do you balance the two of not being able to really ever be by yourself until night? And then it's like, well, I'm tired, and how do I process all of these things? So it was hard not having, another girl there that looked like me to talk to about other things outside of what was just going on there. Yeah. Honestly.
Do you still have that journal?
Girl, they took it. Isn't that crazy? Literally, so I was after the final bonfire.
They took it?
They took my journal.
Did they give you the journal?
No, it was mine. They literally made me snatch the pages out of my journal.
Wait, why?
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
What about what's her name? Old girl that her man was reading.
Scarlett.
They took hers too.
Mm-hmm. They took everybody's. They took everybody's journal.
Wait, so what pages did you take out?
No, they took all the pages.
Oh, they took the pages.
Yeah, they took all of them. It was I was writing from first day of filming, which was like 3 days long. Like the scene with Mark was like 3 days long. It took forever to film that.
Yeah.
And I wrote about that. I wrote about literally every day. I had day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, Temptation Island, day 5, Dark
feels
Day.
so
I had
invasive.
everything. Yeah, they took all of it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, they took our journals on Love is Blind too.
Yeah.
And then they mailed it to me like a year later.
Really? Bro, and I'm like, am I ever gonna get it back? Like, like that's stuff I want to share with like my fans, like my audience.
Yeah. Wait till your NDA expires. You might get it back.
I might get it back.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's probably why they took it, because they were like, no BTS.
Exactly.
Without us knowing.
None whatsoever.
Imagine you get on there like, day 5, they did not feed us.
Yeah.
And we're all drunk. Like, they would like, absolutely
literally
not.
Literally.
Was there a lot of alcohol flowing?
Was there? Yes.
Was it limited, or it just was free for
all?
all?
So they would take it if like somebody got too drunk, but like all 4 of us girls, like we kept it cute. We were like, we're not gonna get like blackout. That was never what it was. But I think the boys' villa is another story.
Yeah, they were lit.
They had a time over there.
Yeah. It's always like, boys are weird.
Yeah.
They make everything so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the final bonfire, you and Xzavier both said you had fallen in love with each other. Looking back, were you actually in love with him?
Looking back, I feel like it was more so like all of these emotions and just like him being the main person that I was with for the whole show. And just being like, he was my best friend on that show. So it was like I had developed love for him. But in terms of like really falling in love and like being in love with somebody, I think it looked like that. But ultimately, in the end, it just wasn't that. Like without the cameras, I don't think.
And he, correct me if I'm wrong, he's in Charlotte too, or North Carolina?
He was in North Carolina. Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember watching, but I never seen these people before.
Yeah.
I never seen y'all.
Exactly. And everybody was like trying to be like, oh, she knew him before the show. Like they knew each other. They planned this. No, I had never met that man before. Yeah. No.
Interesting. So he's where in Harrisburg, did he say? Where is he?
Harrisburg.
Okay. That's where he lives, or that's where he's from?
That's where he lived. Okay. He doesn't live there anymore. He lives in LA now.
Okay, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
He said, all I need is my one shot.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Out of there. Quick. I said, okay.
Wait, so you're in LA?
Oh, well, no, I'm just visiting.
Right.
But I'm planning on moving.
But he's here in LA.
He is here in LA.
And you're here in LA.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
I saw him with the whole cast last weekend, but I haven't seen him since.
Why not?
We're just friends.
Let me find out. Is he gonna have the same story when this comes up?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you're here for how many more days?
Just 2.
And when are you gonna see him? If you see him, I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I want to know. But is it possible you might?
Well, there's a couple events this weekend.
Okay.
Possibility.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll be scoping the scene. I'll be on your Instagram trying to piece it together.
Exactly.
Okay. Were there any other behind the scenes moments that the audience didn't get to see? Any like fun, anything tea, anything drama?
We had like a family dinner at the villa.
Okay.
And Chris cooked for us. He made like steak, asparagus, potatoes. It was a layout.
Oh, wow.
It was so good. And we all went around the table and talked about like the bonds that we had, like the community we had built. And it was just like so nice and refreshing to see like people our age, like young adults in that space and not like jumping each other's bones, but like having respect for each other, being able to build friendships and build relationships that will last a long time.
Oh, nice. Are you still friends with any of the other guys?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Smitty, Donnie, Chris, who else? Peter, Malik, Bradley, a lot of the guys.
Okay.
I can still keep in touch with a lot of them.
Do any of them live in Charlotte?
Malik lives in Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
They love casting in Charlotte.
They do.
Girl. They love.
It's like a new thing. I'm like, everybody's from Charlotte.
If you want to go on reality TV, move to Charlotte because there's another show. I think I saw
Married
like 2 things.
at First Sight is
Married at First Sight
there.
is coming to Charlotte, and then I think a brand new love show is coming to Charlotte. Like they love casting Charlotte.
Do love
if
Charlotte.
you are a young single, take your ass to Charlotte.
Yeah, literally. They love them there.
They do. And you kind of get a little bit famous in Charlotte too.
Yeah.
Because everyone in Charlotte also watches reality TV.
Yes, everybody.
They know, and the word spreads like wildfire.
Fast.
They love it.
So fast.
How are your friends reacting?
I've gotten so much support from them,
Yeah.
and they're seeing a lot of the backlash I'm getting from the reunion, and they're like, girl, just let me know when. Let me know when, and I'm on it. I'm like, let's just relax.
It'll blow over.
It'll blow over.
Don't let your friends blow your bag.
Yeah, literally.
There's my tip.
Yes,
Everybody
exactly.
keep it cute,
Everybody
keep it mute.
cute, keep it classy.
Listen.
Yes.
Because that will ruin it all.
Mhm.
You know,
Exactly.
keep it right here. Keep it right here. I
But
remember
they're super
Tiffany
supportive.
from Love is Blind season 4, Tiffany. I remember I met her and she was just like, I was like, yeah, I don't really say a lot. She was like, I'm seeing everything that's happening on social media. I was like, I don't say a lot. I just kind of keep it quiet. She said, keep it cute and keep it mute. And
I
was
love
like,
that.
keep it cute and keep it mute.
Period.
And I didn't have a title for what I was doing,
Mhm.
but I'm keeping it cute and I'm keeping it mute and I'm passing on the wisdom.
Yes.
So keep it cute, keep it mute.
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
Don't let it can get weird. Just
Very.
don't let it get weird.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
What would you say is your biggest takeaway from your experience on Temptation Island?
Choosing myself, putting myself first, focusing on myself, like understanding when enough is enough, knowing what I deserve. And in past relationships, I have never set boundaries. And that is like the first thing that I did when I was single again. I was like, let's write it down. Like that's one big thing my mom has always told me. She's like, whatever you want, write it down and it'll come to you. So that's been my
What's
biggest
one of
thing.
your biggest boundaries that you're setting now?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, being treated like a princess, like opening, like the basic things, like opening my door, taking me out on nice dates, little things that aren't materialistic, like writing me a letter, picking up my favorite candy, like just little things like that I want to see.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
Yeah.
The bare minimum is
You need a not bare minimum list.
Yeah.
This is the things that I need, but you need another list that's like above the stuff that I should be getting. This is what I want.
Exactly.
Like this is not a want. This is a need, and that has to happen. So this needs to be your this is what I need list, but you need a boundary list that is like
top tier.
Yeah. You need to up that
Yes.
list. Put that one aside.
Yeah.
Make a mental note, but up the bounty a bit. Because you
Definitely.
deserve the world. You deserve more than somebody to just open the door and get your candy. Like
Exactly.
that's a Monday, sis.
That is.
You
That
deserve
is.
the world, the moon, and the fucking stars.
Yes.
And never settle for less.
Period. I
Okay.
love that.
Let's chat about the reunion.
Okay.
You revealed at the reunion that you got back with Mikey 4 days.
Yeah.
4 after leaving the island. Walk us through it.
Okay. So coming back from the villa, Mikey sent me a really, really long message. And in it, he was just saying, like, production was lying to you. I didn't do anything. They clipped me up. They edited everything I said. And it caught me off guard because that was what I made my decision to move forward by myself on. So when he said that, I was like, okay. I was trying to ignore him for the longest because he was reaching out and I was like, I don't have anything to say to you. Like, you embarrassed me on that show, like whatever. So when I got that long message, I read it and I was like, okay, let's have a conversation. So we ended up talking about it and he was like, production hated me. I wouldn't do anything. They made me say all these things. They stood right there and made sure, like I said, X, Y, and Z that they wanted me to say. And he was like, it was a horrible experience for me. He was like, I went to the therapist every single day.
Jesus.
And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, no way this is what you've been going through. And production on my side was telling me he's not, like, he's over there with all the girls, like he's vibing with the girls, he's flirting with the girl and telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So when we had that conversation, I got in my head and I was like, oh my gosh, did I get played? Like, did they clip everything he said to make me do something and then try to get him to retaliate based off what they were trying to get me to do?
Right.
So it's like, it started to become like, I was trying to decipher the real from the fake. Who was telling me the truth? Who wasn't? Was Mikey being honest, was Mikey lying. I hadn't seen anything like the show when it came out. I hadn't seen any of that, so I had none of that to go off of. All I have is his word, and of course, I'm gonna believe the guy who I've been dating for over a year and a half. Like, you know, I went into the show planning to leave with him. It wasn't like people say I went there to dump him and move on with my life. That's not what I went there for.
Yeah.
So when he came to me and was talking about that, I'm like, oh, I fucked up. That was my mindset. I was like, I fucked up. Now I feel guilty, and I need to figure out how we can fix this.
Let me exhale before I go off on this man that I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think, in your own opinion, that Mikey has manipulative tendencies?
I wouldn't say manipulative tendencies. I would say he does it without knowing he is, if that makes sense. Like, I think he does things without the intent of being manipulative, but it is manipulative.
Yeah, I think he's well aware. And I'm only going to say that because I was watching the reunion last night. And this whole, and you know what? Kudos. If you guys end up being best friends till you're 109, God bless it.
Yeah.
But to me, it seems as if he is trying to be a ball and chain in your life of being like, she's going to be my best friend no matter what, through thick and thin, regardless of who comes around. That is my best friend and I'm her best friend. Sir. Relax. Like, we can be friends, we can be cool, and we can be cordial. Yeah. But if you get a new man or he gets a new girl, that whole my best friend. Yeah. And I feel like he's trying to plant the seed in your head that, like, but this is just me. Yeah. Allegedly. This is all just me talking, y'all. Don't get mad. But it just feels like, because I'm a little bit wiser, a little bit older, and I've seen these tricks and I've kind of heard it all, it just seems like he's trying to plant a seed in your head of being like, don't forget, I'm your blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I could be wrong, but just keep an eye on it. Yeah. It just doesn't feel, and that's only from watching the reunion. When did y'all film that, by the way?
We filmed that last Wednesday.
Okay, so he's still on it. Just be mindful. Because it does come off that way, even if he doesn't intend, you know, like the intention might not be that, but it does come off that way. And then like the guilt tripping. Yeah. It's all like, it's like a whole grouped in thing that he's like doing. Just be mindful. Yeah. Just something I'm seeing. Yeah. It could be a lot of nothing. You guys could be best friends for life. Yeah. And God bless it. But it's just something I saw.
I feel that.
Where was Xzavier in all of this, like, get back together with Mikey? Where was he?
So with that, when Mikey reached out to me and we had a conversation, I texted Xzavier and I was like, hey, some new things have been brought to light. You know, I don't feel comfortable moving forward with what we're going into. Mind you, me and Xzavier never made it official. Like, we were never officially boyfriend and girlfriend. So I texted him and I was like, you know, I don't feel comfortable continuing on, you know, trying things out with you if this is what Mikey's telling me and it's going to be in the back of my head. Like, if I'm going to move forward with somebody, I need a complete clean slate. Like, I don't want to drag him along and be like, oh, well, I'm still thinking about Mikey because he didn't do anything on the show. So it's like, I needed to completely close that chapter with Mikey before moving forward with him.
Yeah. Did you see Xzavier in those 4 days?
I did. We flew back together. Okay. So I saw him the first 2 days. Okay. And then the 2 days after that is when I saw Mikey. Okay. Because he wasn't in Charlotte per se. Yeah. But we spent some time together. Yeah, but he didn't live there.
Do you think he was hopeful that y'all would be something for real?
You know, like, we both were like, okay, the show was on camera and everything. Like, we were like, let's see how it is in the real world. And I think we both were like optimistic about it, but I wouldn't say like 100% sure.
At the reunion, Mikey claimed that what he said at the first bonfire was fake and clipped and edited. You kind of touched on that a bit, but can you elaborate on that a bit more? Like, what is he saying was fake? What did he say was edited?
Okay, so what he said was fake was the conversation that he had in the confessional when he was like, it's time for me to be selfish. I'm gonna shoot my shot with India. he said that was somebody asking him a hypothetical question. Like, if this happens, what are you going to do?
Yeah, because didn't he say something like, y'all really thought I just sat down in front of the
and
camera?
push record and yeah. I mean, every time you do a confessional, there was somebody sitting there asking you questions.
Right.
So it's like, I do believe that. They probably asked him a hypothetical question and he was like, yeah. And you can also tell that in that clip he was super drunk. Yeah.
Okay. You know, I really wish I could get raw footage of this show.
Don't we all?
What is the truth?
Don't we all?
What is the truth? It's like his story, your story, and then the truth. And the truth is actually captured somewhere.
It is.
Somebody knows.
Exactly.
Did you trust your producers?
You know, it's hard to trust people you don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I thought they were telling me the truth.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know, this is my real life. You can't play with somebody's real life. That's crazy.
That's the beauty of TV. They can.
Yeah.
You signed it away.
It did.
They can
I did,
manipulate
especially
it.
with that NDA.
Yep.
My whole life was gone.
Gone. Hello. The fine print, girl.
Yes, exactly.
So you got back with Mikey 4 days after you got home. How did we end up breaking up? What happened?
we dated for like 3 months, and like the first
That's a long time.
Yeah. The first 2 weeks I saw like a change, and then it dipped, and it was more so like him pointing the finger at me, like all about the show. He couldn't get past it. He was like, you did this on the show. I can't believe it. He was throwing it in my face constantly. And that ultimately led to us having a really big falling out New Year's Eve. And he was really upset with me. And I was like, I can't keep taking this. I was like, I don't have to take this. And it's like, a ding, like a light went off in my head, like, girl, you ain't gotta do this.
Yeah.
And literally the next day I broke up with him and I was done. And I hadn't, like, he was reaching out to me and everything. And it was probably like 2 weeks after we broke up, he called me and I was like, listen, we cannot speak anymore. Like, this is completely done and I need you to give me my space and please stop reaching out to me.
Oof.
Yeah.
And he did. So the next time you guys speak is at
the reunion. Yep. 4 months later.
Did you see him the night before y'all filmed, or?
No, just at the reunion.
Did he reach out to you?
Yeah, he did. He sent me a voice memo like a week before the show dropped. He was just like, I hope you're doing good. Like, you know, everything's about to get real chaotic with the show. I just wanted to check on you and everything. And I responded. I was like, you know, I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well. And we left it at that. Yeah.
Interesting. Do you guys still follow each other on socials?
Yes.
Okay. Are you seeing what he's posting?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. You revealed that you met up with Xzavier after you and Mikey broke up. Where does that relationship stand today?
So when I met up with Xzavier, I really just wanted to give him clarity on why I made the decision that I did to go back to Mikey. And, you know, he's very understanding. And that conversation basically left off with, he was about to move to LA and I was still going to live in Charlotte. So we didn't see each other a lot. And, you know, we talked here and there, but it wasn't really like too heavy on like really trying to pursue anything. It was more like a friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
Until tonight when you guys go to dinner. Thought I forgot. I didn't forget. I did not forget.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Were you surprised that Cole and Scarlett got back together?
No, because I knew they got back together after the show.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been known.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
That's so
but honestly, I didn't expect it to be so quick that they got back together just because of conversations that me and Scarlett had of how she wanted to see a difference in him.
Yeah.
But watching the show back, I personally saw the changes that Cole made. In terms of like the little lies and stuff, you know, like if that was the only problem, then, you know, I wasn't really surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say that her and Bradley, I really loved the friendship that they created.
Yeah.
I really loved that.
There was a lot of tears this season.
It was.
Everyone was
really
very
was.
emotional.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't think Temptation Island would take a turn like that.
Really?
Especially after like last season with all the foursomes and the fivesomes. I just assumed that this was going to be, but I felt like this one was so like, I don't know, wholesome is not the word, but like just tugged on your heartstrings a bit more.
It was a lot more.
Everyone was crying.
Emotions. Yes.
Are y'all okay?
I think we're better now.
I think we're better. Okay,
I think we're better now.
production offer you guys therapy?
Yeah,
Or,
they did.
Okay,
They
just,
did.
I want to make sure they're doing their due diligence.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
that was a sad season.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
really
didn't really
was.
end on a up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like now seeing that everybody's okay, I feel better. But my goodness.
Whew.
What was the
Roller
most
coaster.
shocking, right? The most shocking thing that you would say happened at the reunion?
Jack cried. Jack broke down, and just seeing him like really see what he had done and hurting Cheyenne. You know, you never want to hurt the person that you love. And in that conversation, like seeing him really break down, I was like, wow, like he's really feeling this. Because a lot of guys won't own it. They'll be like, yeah, I did it, so what?
Yeah.
But he like sat in it and he was like, I'm dead wrong. And I was like, wow, like it really showed like the person that he is and who he's become after the show.
Yeah. Reality TV plus the public opinion really magnify.
Yep.
Like, and
Puts
it
a
will push
spotlight
you,
on you.
right? It will push you like either you're going to be stubborn and be like, it is what it is. I did what I did. Or you're going to have to grow,
Yeah.
change and admit some stuff. And I feel like a
Mhm.
lot of the men were like, I'm going to go right.
Exactly.
Because you go left and you're stuck on the island by yourself.
Yeah, literally.
And not saying like all the women were perfect, even though we are. But
Yeah.
the men seem to have so much, I don't know, bottled up stress.
Yeah, definitely.
And they took it out on y'all. They
Mhm.
took it out on y'all's relationships.
Mhm.
And now they're sitting on the couch
Yeah.
looking like
upset.
sad puppies.
Yeah.
Who would you say you're still closest to from your season?
Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say Cheyenne.
Yeah, she's
I've been staying with her.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Oh, does she live here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Are y'all hanging
Yeah.
out tonight?
Um,
You, her, Xavier, and who?
No.
What's the double date?
I'm crying. No, we're not. That's hilarious. but
I
no.
tried.
Yeah. But definitely really close with her. Of course,
Mhm.
the other girls too. But you know, me and her had more of a similar experience to where we were talking to two other guys in the
Yeah.
villa. So that really made a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mikey spoke about his journey in therapy since the show.
Mhm.
What growth have you seen in him since the breakup?
Since the breakup, I've really we didn't speak for 4 months. So
Oh,
like
wow.
I've only talked to him at the reunion. But I mean from my lens at the reunion, I did see growth in terms of him taking ownership and being like, you know what, that's exactly right. That's what happened. I take ownership for that. Which in the past, he would argue me down.
Yeah.
Argue me down.
Yeah.
So like that in itself, I'm like, wow, you can really sit in something and accept it. And that to me showed growth. And then just like in general, Mikey has a very big personality, but knowing when to tone it down, when to speak and when not to, I really feel like, you know, during the reunion, Nick was asking him a lot of questions, which I think he handled that very well. Because in the past, it wouldn't really go that way. He
Yeah.
probably would have fired back at Nick and been like, well, what about you?
Yeah.
What you got going? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so there's just things that I personally know with dating him for a long period of time.
Mhm. I know you kind of said at the reunion that you don't see you guys getting back together.
Mm-hmm.
Now looking back and you just watched the reunion and kind of how you're reflecting on him now.
Yeah.
Does that answer still stay the same?
You know, there's a lot of back and forth between me and Mikey, and I don't think it is very apparent because we both have grown, we've both taken time apart, and I don't know what could happen, honestly.
Yeah. How have you been taking care of yourself during all this? Because the show is out, you're healing from a breakup essentially.
Mhm.
Then you're listening to the public and everybody's opinion. How are you taking care of you?
Yeah, I would just say, especially since the show has came out, I've been going. So I haven't had time to like sit in my thoughts and just think about it. So I haven't really taken time, and I'm just hopping from hotel to Airbnb, and it's like I haven't been grounded since it dropped. So I really plan on like going back home, just sitting with myself, going on solo dates. Like that's my favorite thing to do since I've been single. Like I love going to a coffee shop, bringing my journal. Like I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to have social media on constantly because it's just going to bug. It's going to be in my head like this person said this person said that. And it's like I need a break from it.
Yeah.
So personally, I really just enjoy sitting with myself, journaling, taking everything in for what what it is, and honestly just sitting with my mom and talking to her about everything.
Shout out mom.
Yeah, literally shout out mom.
Yeah. Moms make it better.
Moms make everything
Oh
better. We got our little glass of Prosecco. We sit there talking.
Listen.
I mean, it's a time.
How did she feel about Mikey and all of this?
Honestly, so that's actually a really good question. After, I'm going to go back a little bit. After the show, me and Mikey left from my parents' house together to go to Kona. So he had to come back to my parents' house to get his car.
Oh.
So he rings the doorbell. My mom opens the door, and he breaks down crying. And my mom literally, like, catches him in her arms.
What?
And she was like, Sydney, like, this was, like, I've never seen anything like it. She's like, I've never seen him act like this. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, he was just so broken, like, so heartbroken. And my family had a great relationship with Mikey. Still do. Still love him, you know, even though we're not together, still love him. But with the whole show coming out and everything, she's really like, I have seen the growth after the fact. She was like, but I didn't see it there. So she's like, I know that he's in the right direction, like headed in the right direction.
What did she think about your growth since the show?
She was extremely proud of me. She was like, you carried yourself so well. You had class, you had grace, and you really represented everything that me and your dad have raised you to be.
Aww. Do you have siblings?
I have an older brother.
Yeah. What's he think?
Oh my gosh, he was so excited. He was telling everybody in the world. He was like, my sister's going to be on Temptation Island. Oh my gosh.
Did he watch?
Really? He watched it. He loved it.
My brothers, they will not watch it.
Really? That's how my dad was. My dad was like, I am not watching this.
I'm not watching that. My brother, his only advice when I left for Perfect Match, he was like, don't be that girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, say less. And I went and I was that girl. But I got a husband and a baby out of that, so he can't be too mad.
No, he can't.
Yeah. That's so good that you have that support around you. So no sisters.
For sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just me and my brother.
Just you and your brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we switch the tone up a little bit? Yeah, and play a game?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be Temptation Island Season 2 Superlatives.
Okay.
So we're going to play this game where I call out a superlative.
Okay.
And you have to pick one person from your cast who best fits it.
Got it.
Okay. Best dressed.
Ooh. Best dressed? I would probably say Scarlett. I always loved the dresses that she wore to the bonfires.
Cute. Oh, yeah.
So cute.
Cute.
So cute.
Okay. Biggest flirt.
Biggest flirt? Mikey. Easily. Easily Mikey.
Biggest red flag.
Biggest red flag? Jack. Walking red flag.
Most genuine.
Xzavier.
Interesting. Most likely to end up on another reality show.
Smitty.
Most shocking bonfire moment.
Shy. Definitely.
Most dramatic. Mikey. Oh, wait. This is for you to answer. Sorry.
You said most dramatic? Oh, Mikey. For sure. All the tears. Jesus
Just
Christ.
drama.
Yeah.
Best advice.
Oh. I would have to say myself, honestly.
Yeah. I heard you're eating down with the advice. Yeah, Mark let us know when he was here the other day. He was like, Sydney really was that girl.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. That was quick.
That was
too quick. Give me more cards. No, that was so good. You're so lovely. I love watching your show. Like, when I tell you, me and my husband, we were sat there watching the evolution of Sydney on that show.
I love that.
It was so good. And I hope you take that part of your experience on and forward with the rest of your life, because when you shed that weight, it shows. The world saw it. We all saw it. And, you know, you might have went back for a little bit. 3 months. And if you go back, whatever, that's love. You know, like, no one has the answers. No one has the cheat code. Like, you do you. Do it feels good. Love your life. Be the best version of you. But, like, also know your worth.
Yeah, definitely.
You are worth it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm really grateful that you came here.
I'm so happy you had me.
What is next for you?
Yeah. So I'm thinking of moving to LA. So it's looking like in like 2 months, so like July 1st.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And my business in Charlotte. So I'll be managing that from afar. Pretty Playground. Definitely tune in. But yeah, you know, just like moving out here, starting fresh, starting new. being with Shy, making new friends, building a new community, and really just pushing myself to be what everybody already knows I am.
Period. I love that. I am looking for an esthetician.
Oh, I got you, girl.
So if I give you a call,
yes,
please help me out.
Of course.
But I really loved having you here.
I love
If there are any updates from tonight,
I'll let you know.
from this weekend.
Yeah.
I won't put it on the show. Just DM me a little selfie. DM me a little selfie. Because I'm, as much as I'm sitting here recording and filming with you, I'm a fan. Yeah. So I want the tea as well.
I got you. I
won't tell nobody if you don't want me to. I'll keep it between me. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to thank you one more time for coming. And thank you guys for watching another episode of What's the Reality. Be sure to follow us on all social platforms at What's the Reality Pod. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
What's the reality? What's the reality?